Sawete, hi, welcome. I am so terribly sorry. I did not realize that the video had cut the way it did. Um, it wasn't until I started editing that I realized. But the show must go on. There's really nothing I can do about it. So you're just not gonna see me build the thing or like add any of the interior. But I do get to explain like I did with the whole household and everything. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Here is Snowchester, Lemamberg. Let me actually get it to like it's. Yeah. It is interesting. So from where the video cut, it was facing this way, and there was none of. Actually, no, there was this. But Wilbur's house had like a whole other hole had a roof, and it doesn't anymore. So I'm gonna first explain that, and then we're gonna get straight into the house tour. But for Wilbur's roof, actually, it's really self-explanatory because like here's here's another room who I will explain in a second who it belongs to. I'm not going to right now. So because I have like glass panes and all looking through, it just kind of destroyed the whole look when I had something above it. So I just decided I'm just gonna kind of flatten it out and do that. Now, onto the house tour. So here we have like the whole sidewalk thing. I turned it into stone, actually, because of Snowchester and how Tubbo has that little like a stone platform and all. Same goes for the fence. It kind of like blocks it off a little bit, and so I have it like that. Also, sorry, I keep saying like now onto the house tour when I don't even do it. But I deepened the trench, or I elongated it actually. So like the whole backside is just a giant trench representing Lemamberg and the fact that it got blown up. Okay, now onto the house tour. So we have the sidewalk. We also have the gates and all, which, like I said, kind of represents Snowchester's little stone platform. We have balloons, which represent when Wilbur made his little balloon stand in Lemamberg. And so I thought it would be like a nice little tribute to that. I've got like other balloons like here and inside Wilbur's little area. So yeah. Then when you go in, you are greeted with stairs to the front, to the left, and then like this little fountain. I did the fountain because it kind of also was a callback to Lemamberg, because someone made a fountain. I believe Filza made that fountain in Lemamberg. I'm not sure, but I thought it would be a nice little call to Minecraft in general because of its blocky look, and it just looked really cool. So I was like, I'm gonna add it. So when you walk in, you can go up or to the left. We're gonna go to the left because Wilbur's little area is closed off from everything else. It's its own little walkway, and it's, like I said, it's not connected to anything else. But this is supposed to be representative of Wilbur's water tower with a few additive features. Because with Wilbur's water tower, you didn't really get a good look inside, and so I thought I'd add my own things. Starting from the top, we have a little music area, so if anyone wants to just jam out or tell jokes or something, they can. Its own little party pad. And then if you go down one, you have a little painting area, because like none of the other SMP areas have a painting segment, I don't think. I can't remember if I gave anyone a painting thing. I don't think so. But we have a painting area for anyone who wants to possibly capture a nice sunset or just kind of paint their neighbors. El Rapids, eh. Anyways, so yeah, painting. Yeah, it's pretty self-explanatory. Then, oh wait, also when we're up here, we have these little arches because I thought it would be a really cool idea if like someone who is up here in the painting area, if they don't want to paint, they can just talk to their neighbor over here. Which I'll get to that in a second onto who's gonna, because there are a lot of these rooms have specific people in mind. And so, yeah. Ghostbur for now is going to live in this water tower, which I say Ghostbur for now because I have a feeling that by the time I create The Sims, which is going to be roughly 3 weeks from now, because I'm going to literally put the YouTuber Hunger Games right in there. And then maybe anything else that's short, sweet, and simple, depending on how classwork goes. Ghostbur may wind up becoming a live burr again by the time I come back to this. So yeah, that's why I say Ghostbur for now, because it's going to be... Because, like, Wilbur is going to live in this water tower, whether he's a ghost or not. So yeah. We go down one more, and we have a chess area, just in case someone wants to play some chess. Just some friendly chess. I couldn't really think of anything else to add in this area, so I'm like, I'm going to put chess. And then we have the main little area, which doesn't have anything in it other than 2 balloons to kind of signify Wilbur's. I was originally going to have nothing in the other floors, but a thought occurred to me while I was creating all the other areas that people may not have a place to go to the bathroom. So I was going to create like several bathrooms in there, but then I decided against it after I realized bathrooms don't necessarily need to be too big. And so I managed to have plenty of room for all the bathrooms. And yeah, so then if you go down, you are immediately greeted by the sewers. I have 2 thin strips of pool over here to kind of be like the sewers. Yay. And then if you walk further down, you are greeted by 2 areas. If you go over to the left, you have Wilbur's bathroom, which is slightly bigger than some of the others, and it's a lot more roomier. I say a lot more. Then, with the bathroom here, because Ghostbird doesn't actually have a bathroom, I had to basically just improvise a bathroom. So, yeah, we have an improvised bathroom. Then we come over here and we are in Wilbur's bedroom, which in Lemamberg, in his little area, it was more of a brewing cooking area, but he needs a place to sleep, so I made it a bedroom. And also because, like, you can't really brew potions and such in Sims. I don't have the mod for that. I don't have the expansion pack for that or anything. So, because, like, this is very vanilla, so I had to kind of just make do. And then over here, we have the his little library, which I stuffed to the brim with a bunch of different books. We've got the bookshelves. We've got tombs. We've got an open book, a quill pen, which is actually blue and red. I really, really liked this color scheme a lot. Blue representing Wilbur and his fond for blue, but also red due to the fact that he's dead and he's got a slash across his chest. It just kind of looks like blood seeping into the blue. Is great. Also, for the fact that in the SMP, there seems to be a lot of blue versus red going on. Like red with the egg, and then blue with everyone else, especially Techno, Filza, and Ghostbur. I feel like that's coming into play. I mean, if the egg pyre thing is anything to go off of, it's definitely coming into play. But then we have like other books here and a book mounted on the wall. I'm also gonna open up the walls, or bring up the walls, because the door I thought would be just really cool to show. You had these 2 doors here, which it just felt very library-esque. So yeah, there's not much to his room. You also got a little blue fireplace, and yeah, this is Wilbur's sewers. And so then when you head up, go out, and you go up these stairs, you can either go left or right. Now, these two housing areas are actually reminiscent of Snowchester's housing look, which the way it's seen is this is roughly how Tubbo and Jack Manifold's houses are, with Tubbo's being more horizontal and facing forward, while Jack's is more vertical looking and it's going back. So I decided to do that. So if you go to the left, you have Tubbo and Tommy's house. And I decided to do Tubbo and Tommy because they're like, but I don't know. I wanted to be able to fit a lot of people in here, and so Tubbo and Tommy seemed like it would be best if they shared a house, because like also with Tommy's dirt house, he said that Tubbo could room with him for the time being. So I decided to go off of that. When you come in, you immediately have a little gaming area because they are technically still children, and so they will want a lot of fun. I can also see that there will be a bunch of people coming over just to use this as well, because I don't really think anyone else has it. And then they've got their own TV with their own little sofas and a tiny little bathroom. So going up, we have their shared bedroom, which isn't much. Got a lot of windows. You got the red bed, which is Tommy's, and the green bed, which is Tubbo's, as well as red and green desks, and a piano, because Tubbo actually has like his own piano, but the only thing that we have on this is just normal, these like grand pianos, so I gave Tubbo a piano. And then you come out, and we have this little balcony area, which I just wanted to add because I thought it would be really cool. And so then we got the bench and a jukebox to represent like Tommy's whole thing, with like having a jukebox to listen to and a bench to sit on while listening to the jukebox. And so yeah, also with a bunch of these houses, they have lanterns to kind of represent L'Manberg's floating lanterns in the sky. So we got red and green, which are Tommy and Tubbo. For Wilbur's little area, I didn't give him any lanterns because I thought it would like do with a more rustic look, with these little lamps. And yeah. Moving on to the right, we have Jack Manifold's house, which is extremely cramped, but it should be fine. So you walk in, again, bathrooms, and then you have these little more lanterns, which are actually of a different kind, but they still looked really cool. And then we have Jack's bed and computer area, and I gave him the red and blue thing to represent like his glasses, his like 3D glasses. And I also put his bed here and desk here to kind of represent where he has his bed and materials in Snowchester. So it's very reminiscent of that. So then we go up, and he's the only person really to, well, except for Tommy and Tubbo. These two are like the only, Tommy, Tubbo, and Jack are the only ones to not have their own dining room, which I will explain that in a second. They do have a place to eat, so yeah, no need to worry about that. But Jack does have his own little grill, so I can kind of see some people would be wanting to go go over to his house and have a little mini barbecue. 3 people, or like someone can just take it and leave. Either way, it's cool. So then we go up, and yeah, I'm gonna go over to the left first, and I'll explain this area in a second. But first, we come over to the left, and we come in, and we are greeted by Nikki's room. So Nikki lives here in Snowchester, Lemamberg. So how I decided to do this was that for Snowchester and Lemamberg, I decided to go with like the original people from Lemamberg. And it was originally going to include Quackity in it as well, but then the whole thing with El Rapids kind of became a thing, and so I was like, okay, that's great. I have a better area to put Quackity and other people, and it also allowed me to use that space up over there. So yeah, we have Nikki's room, which she has these cute little cherry orchard lanterns. But like from a distance, it kind of looks like the tree is on fire with pink flames, which I thought would be really cool because like she burned down the lemon tree. The la tree. And then we have like her little desk and everything. I like how this room turned out. It's got this very old, rustic feel, kind of signifying like she was one of the originals or something. I don't know. It feels very cozy. So then she's the one who has the balcony that Ghostbird can just come over and talk to on that. And then she has a little bench area for her to talk with her roommate on. And if you go up, that roommate is Fundy. Fundy lives here. Because so far, he hasn't been adopted by Eric yet. So Fundy is going to live here for the time being until the adoption goes through. And then I'll consider him going to live with Eric. I don't know. So Fundy has like this whole little suite going on. He also has the living room as well. This kind of acts like as both like a living room and a bedroom. So like we have the TV, a coffee table, and chairs. Then you also have this little peaceful chill area where you can just grab a book and you can just chill and read while someone is doing jokes. So then if you go down all the way, the bottom floor, the little basement area, has their dining room and bathroom. So with the dining room, it's very minimal, very, very minimal. It's not much to it. And then the bathroom, it's like the most fancy looking bathroom in Snowchester, Lemamberg, which is great. And yeah, this is Fundy and Nikki's area. So then the last house of Snowchester, Lemamberg is this communal dining area. Which, like, the only other lanterns there were these plain white lanterns, which is what I was going to give to Fundy, but I decided against it because it just looked boring. So I decided these plain white lanterns would be good. And so, like, the whole kitchen is just really fancy. Well, not too fancy, but it's fancy enough. And so it's got, like, everything that they need. Coffee, a microwave. I need to add a thing. There we go. Dishwasher. Yeah, this would be the area where people will be going to eat the most, unless they go to, like, Nikki and Fundy's area, but that doesn't have as much stuff. It doesn't have a coffee pot or a dishwasher. People are definitely going to be using this area the most. And so if you go down, I anticipate that Schlatt will become alive very soon. But until the time being, this is either going to operate as the guest room or as Glatt's room, Ghost Schlatt. And I say maybe one or the other because I'm still unsure whether or not I want to even make Glatt part of the family, or if I just want to have him as a normal ghost roaming around. If I make him part of the family, or he becomes alive within the time that I go to create the characters, then this is his little bar with a full liquor bar, the biggest one possible, and some mix, so he can like have his own drink and such. And we got his bathroom, and we also have like, I tried to make everything look much darker and creepier, to basically like memorialize the whole Manberg saga thing. A dark time for Lemberg. So it's not as bright and cheery, it's more dark, it's more sinister. It's got more of the theme of Manberg, which was like a lot of blacks, like reds, and all that. And with that, that is the house tour complete. This is Snowchester, Lemberg. Now, one thing I would like to note is that I could not, for the life of me, I could not put down the rugs to represent snow because of the stupid mountains. They don't allow for it. And if I tried to use this little digger tool to paint it on, like to paint on a different texture to make it kind of look like snow, it doesn't do it for the dirt. And with that, that is Snowchester, Lemberg complete. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, but especially subscribe because you do not want to miss the YouTuber Hunger Games Dream SMP that I have basically narrated. You don't want to miss it. It's great. If for some reason you go and you watch it and you realize you don't like it, then you can just unsubscribe. It's not going to hurt you. But also, with the SMP Hunger Games, it's going to be split into 3 different segments because they were long enough as it is. And so, yeah, I've got them up into part 1, 2, and 3. So if you don't like the first part or the second part, stay tuned for the third part. Stay tuned for all 3 parts, and I promise you it gets better as you watch each one. And yeah, I shall see you all next week for the SMP games. Walete, everyone. And may the odds be in their favor.